What are your fears then for the upcoming elections in August?
My fears for the upcoming elections are that after 10 years, when we had the most, intense violence in the country following the 2007 elections, in 2008, the violence that led to the intervention by the African Union, backed by the international community, backed by domestic Kenyan voices, a huge effort was made to reform and rebuild institutions and to rebuild trust in institutions where there had been no trust. And the fact that there was no trust in institutions such as the judiciary as an impartial arbiter, such as the security forces, such as the electoral management body, that meant that the only recourse was violence in the absence of trust. After all the work and investment that has been made for the last 10 years, including passing a new constitution, we find ourselves once again face to face with a situation where there is no trust in the credibility and impartiality of important institutions. And there doesn't seem to be an independent mediating force or power where everyone would believe is fair. So where the Supreme Court, through its decision on the 2013 elections, lost a lot of trust. It lost the trust of that half of the country, which basically, quote unquote, lost the elections. And the problem is not losing the election. The problem is believing that you lost fairly. And that the decision was credible. So the Supreme Court lost confidence. The electoral management body, which had been thoroughly rebuilt anew from the ground, has also lost the confidence of the public due to the way it's conducted the registration exercise, which is perceived as having been conducted in a skewed manner. Procurement of important electoral materials has been corrupted. Again, there is a lack of trust in the possible outcome of the next elections, and it's not helped by the plans of government to criminalize free speech, to prevent the media from reporting independently on the results of the election, etc. So just today, I think I read in the paper that there will be an attempt to sort of quell any possible dissent, making it illegal, for example, to not accept the results of the elections, etc. Now, whether these plans will come to fruition is another issue, but the fact that these plans and projects are there shows that the attitude, the official attitude, is a very dictatorial one, rather than responding to people's concerns and showing them that efforts are being made despite all the constraints to hold free and fair and credible elections. The opposite seems to be the case, that preparations are being made to quell any sort of dissent